Enjoy these videos and like to support me, TE, and also get some behind the scenes content, please consider joining Patreon. Oh, I didn't see it there, it's me, Thomas Edward, also known as TE. I'm in Matlock, not Matlock Bath. I'm actually staying in Matlock Bath, but I've come up the road to Matlock, where I used to spend many a childhood memory here, playing golf, many pitch and putt in the park and going on the boats, all sorts. I've been here a lot over the years. But I've come here, this is a well overdue video, to see a bit of miniature, I was going to say narrow gauge, but it's more miniature railway action in the park, and we're running, and it runs along the River Derwent. And it's not even a quarter of a mile long, and we're going to sort of explore it and show you the inches and show you. I'll do a few voiceovers of the old engines in the past, because it's had an interesting engine originally.
The line was built in 1948. It is 9.5 inches, a popular pre-war garden railway gauge. There was a sister line at Derwent Gardens, Matlock Bath, and the two lines shared locomotives over the years. One of the original steam locomotives is owned by the Princess Royal Locomotive Trust, and it can be seen at the West Shed, part of the Swanwick Junction Railway Museum site, operated by the Midland Railway Trust.
So, as you can see, we've started at the very end of the line. It's got the buffer stops here with some iron girders and two bits of wood what I actually need redoing. You need to get down here and get it redone. And then we're going to walk to the shed. As you can see, it's even quite a walk from buffer stops. You've got a bit of length on it in miniature. That's a long way, and also you can tell we're next to the river. Oh, he's had some sleeper work done here, and look, he's used some wood screws, some riser screws, to fasten it down. Oh yeah, he's done it on that one as well. And he's got really old screws on this. It's like proper like miniature. You can get away with more stuff on miniature. Narrow gauge is a bit more substantial, and he's done quite a few. I bet these have only been put in the last couple of years because they got a bit of dirt on them. And then because we're right next to water, danger deep water, you got a life ring in a case. So because you're right next to it, you're only from track. You're only about what, 6 foot from water, from track. So it's a river. It's a riverside railway, you could call it. But I've got here. When I come to all of my miniature railways and narrow gauge railways, I have my tape measure because I'd like to measure it. I'd like to say I've got my umbrella because it's wet today. It's a bit. We get caught out, so we're keeping the umbrella up even though it's not drying now. Because once it does rain, we've got to get it out. So I'll keep it up. So I've got me. I think it's a Draper Special 5 metres. So what you do on narrow gauge and miniature is you measure from inner rail to inner rail. So we put that on. I know it's upside down for you. You might have to come on the other side. So from there to there, it's just a bit over 9.5 inches, and it's not quite 10. So it's an odd sort of gauge really. You would have thought a lot of miniatures are 7 inch, and then you get up into 12 inch, what gets into like the very early stages of narrow gauge, and then you get 15 inches. So five and a bit more inches is 15 inch, what's my favourite inch, and only a few more inches makes a better railway, because you can do a bit of load, you can do more loads on it and goods, where miniature's only good for like fun rides, and then when you get into narrow gauge you can actually do a bit of haulage. So this is a proper miniature gauge, this. A miniature, you can see it's not straight, and it's a bit put down, and it's very light track. The gauge of track's very light compared to like what 12 and 15 and getting up to 2 footers and then up to standard gauge. So I just like to add that the gauge of track, when I say it's very light, it looks like it's aluminium more than like, you know, wrought iron, like what a proper steel tracks would be. You know, it's very light gauge, and it's never ever going to rust. Look, it's still shiny, and it probably hasn't been used for a few months. You know, it's like with steel rails, they go rusty and then they shine up when you use them, but these are shiny all the time. But we're going to make our way up to the shed. When we get near the shed, I'll tell you about the engines, what runs on it now and what used to run on it. Well, there's poetry on the rails. That literally is poetry. It could be factual, but it's pretty good. Someone's just ripped a book up and just spread it all over the track. Mad. Right, we're coming up to the crossing behind us and the station, and then the shed. I think it's a 2-road shed actually. It's quite big really for a miniature. This is the crossing, you see, so the council can come across it into the yard, do grass.
Sounds like something off Thomas the Tank.
Go to there.
Yeah, what we used to was something complaining when the house was got.
And then this is the station where you get on. And they've got a few chairs and stuff and a few plant pots. Spring onions, not Davsdale's garden waste recycled into compost. It's pretty good. And then we come to a single garage. What you could imagine a 4 Cortina sat inside, but it's actually got an engine in and some carriages. And there's a bit of point work here. With a light gauge points going on here, and then 2 rows. I imagine it's got 2 roads because we have carriages down one side and the engine down the other. Because some miniatures just have a single road shed, because the track uses a tunnel and uses that as the shed, so they have a single road for it, like Buxton has. But in there, it used to be, many years ago, this wouldn't have been aluminium track, it would have been steel track, and it had steam on it. And then later years, they went to this. They even got an alarm on it. It's well secured. It's a proper little railway, like.
Sounds like something off Thomas the Tank.
Go to there.
Yeah, what we used to was something complaining when the house was got.
We came down about a month ago when you go to build on alarm. And then we like to come back to the church. Yeah, I can put it in the video. We're going to be straight. And just behind us is where I used to go on the boats with my dad as a kid, what I'll show you at the end. So one of the famous things in the park here, at Hall Lees Park, is the boating pool. As a young TE, I used to come here with Dad, well and Mum, but me and Dad used to go on these, and they got little Briggs and Stratton engines, and a bit like the boats at Southport and their big boating pool. But this is a bit small, and you got like little circuits go around. And I remember once on that corner there, we got stuck. It sort of slowed round, and we got stuck, and we had to keep nudging it back and forward till it came out again. But for a while, I thought they disappeared and they got rid of them. But obviously they've not. It's still here. It's still like it used to be. You know, I'm going back to I was like 6, 7, 8, long time ago, 20 years ago when I was on here. And it's now the boats are getting resting into summer school season. What's coming up on us very quick, and all the female ducks have all sat on it asleep. They're all tired out after all the males have chased them around for many months early on in the year, so they like have a bit of time to ourselves now. And obviously raised a few kids. Now they've got rid of them all and they're on there now. So if you enjoyed today's video in the park at Matlock, looking at a bit of Devinks miniature railway, not narrow, miniature, on some aluminium rail and some and a one-car garage what's been turned into a shed. That's quite cool. If you enjoyed all that, make sure you give us a like, a subscribe, a comment. There's a Patreon link below so you get early access. Remember to click that big bell. Ding!